What is up, guys? So today I'm going to help my buddy Chuck make a build for his character using his dim. Here's his character here. He wants a build for his Titan. What are we doing, PvE or PvP, Chuck? Which one?
Both, actually,
You can do
if
both?
if possible. Yeah.
Well, let's just start with one. Which one would you
Okay.
prefer over the other?
We'll start with PvE.
Alright, so we'll do PvE. So here's his Titan here. We'll go look at his dim. If you're new to Destiny, so this is called DestinyItemManager.com. Essentially, you can log in through your Bungie account, and then this will show you all the items in your inventory. So here's all his stuff. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go over to the little loadout tab in dim. We'll click on that, and then we're going to pick our character. In this case, he wants the Titan, and we're going to hit loadout optimize, a little button right here. So what this will do is this is going to auto spit out a whole bunch of different builds using different exotics and armor piece combos. And the way you look at this is you'll see at the top this T31. That means that if you add up all these guys, recovery, resilience, mobility, intellect, discipline, and strength, you'll get 31 points. Okay, T31 is what we're shooting for. And actually, I'm going to put these in order so it reads just like the game: mobility, recovery, or yeah, like that. Mobility, resilience, recovery. So for PvE, what exotic are you trying to use, Chuck? What's your favorite
Well,
Titan PvE exotic?
it's a cross up between Caress of the Falling Star and um, Hellfire Heart, because mostly I've been playing on either Solar or Missile Titan,
Okay.
Hammer or Missiles.
Well, which one do you have more fun with? Let me put it to you like that.
Uh, I'd say probably the Missile.
All right, so we'll make one for the falling star chess piece then. So what we'll do is, here's this little chess piece here. We'll click on this. And then what this does is this is going to tell the game that we're going to make a build using only this. Now you notice that up here it only says T30. It just means that of the armor that he has available in his vault, he can only hit a max of T30, which is fine. Okay, so we're going to make a build using that. The other thing we want to do is we want to make sure when we come over to select armor upgrades that we make the game think that everything is masterworked even if it's not. Okay, so we'll go over here to the little ascendant shard. Boom, and voila, T31. Because before it was thinking that these armor pieces that aren't masterworked, um, now that they are. You see what I mean? So on a Titan, we care about resilience and recovery. On all the classes we care about recovery, right? But with resilience, the higher your resilience, the faster you're going to get your barricade back. And if you're doing PvE things and you're a Titan, I would hope you use your barricade. And since this is a class item, or sorry, this is an exotic for your super, for your missile, we want to try to get the missile back quick. So here I'd say that we want resilience, recovery, and intellect. Okay, so if we go back to dim, let's just see what we have here. So over here we can kind of tell the game what we want. So do you have a preference, Chuck, for how high you want your recovery to be? Like, are you used to running a certain recovery number? This build here gives
Um,
you 8.
yeah, somewhere between 8 and 10.
Okay, well let's just start with this one, okay? So we got 8 recovery, 8 intellect, and 4 resilience, but we can bump that up. So if we click equip here, okay, so over here it says loadout successfully equipped. We look at his Titan. We just look at his stats. So remember, we wanted high resilience, high recovery, and high intellect. But you'll notice that all these stats are kind of all over the place. There's a lot of like wasted points here. So like there's 4 points here wasted, 4 here, etc. But when we masterwork items, it adds points to everything. So when you masterwork, let's say this pair of boots, once you hit tier 10 on the boots, each one of these is going to be +2. So this +6 mobility will be +8. And I'll have him do this here in a second if he's okay with that. But essentially each one of these is going to be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So it's going to be plus 12. So this 65 is going to go to a 77. Okay, so what does that mean for you? If you're sitting at home watching this, you're like, dude, what the hell are you rambling about right now? Essentially, every piece of item, or every item that you masterwork here, is going to give you plus 2 to these stats here. So for example, if he does his helmet and his arms and his legs, because these two are already masterworked, it's going to have plus 2, plus 4, plus 6 points to all of this. So what that means is this 44 becomes a flush 50. This 84 becomes a flush 90. This will become 40. That's be flush, and this will be 1 over. So his mobility will be slightly over. It'll be 56. But we can use a half mod to get that up to the next tier. So in PvE, we care about a mixture of things, right? So what I would say, Chuck, is try to make, so we have a solar mark, we have an arc chest piece. Try to make one of these void, and I guess keep the other two arc, and then just masterwork the arms, the legs, and the helmet. I think they should be good as they are now. And then just tell me what you're doing as you're doing it, okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna have 2 arc, 2 void, and a solar. You said.
Yeah, sure. Because in PvE, like the reason that we're talking about this is because we want to figure out, depending on what affinity the armor piece is, like his chest is arc, right? So because it's arc, you can put arc resist. You can put other like arc related mods like powerful friends on here, things like that. So I already have 2 arc pieces. Yeah, that should be good. So just masterwork what you got. And we'll just kind of see it in real time. Just tell you, so you're doing the helmet. So watch
Yep.
down here, boom, just went up to 77. And then we'll do the
I'm gonna
gloves
do the
next.
arms next. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a 65, so as he masterworks it, you can see him doing it in real time. All these are going to go plus 2, so this 2 is going to be a 4, it's going to be a 12, it's going to be 22, etc. Boom. So it goes up. You see how these stats have changed? These are going up too.
Yep. Now I'm doing the boots.
Now we're doing the boots. And 77. So now if we go back, remember how all those stats were jacked up? Look at how flush everything is now. Flush 50, 90, 40, 80, 1 point over on the punch, on the melee, the strength, right? And then 6 points over on the mobility. But what we can do is, Chuck, on your helmet, put a minor mobility mod. So this gives you plus 5 mobility. It costs 1 of your points to be used. And look at that. You literally have perfect stats and you went over on 2 stats. It,
Cool.
like there you go. I mean, you have 8 intellect, so you're going to get your super more often. You have high recovery, and then the rest of these we can put resilience mods on to get your resilience up to like 7 or maybe even 8. And you have the wiggle room to put whatever else on your build that you want. So again, this is all done using Destiny Item Manager. I literally went in, I told the game what armor piece I wanted. I told the game to make sure everything that is going to be masterworked, and it told me, okay, here's what his stats are going to look like. Here's the total stats he's going to have. I equipped it onto his character. He masterworked it, and voila. It's that easy. So it takes a little practice. It takes a little like playing with it sometimes because you're not always going to have stats line up like this. Sometimes this will be like a 7 and you'll have like a whole bunch of stats that are unused and it's not going to look as flush as this rather. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hopefully this was helpful to you and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully this helped you as well, Chuck.
Did thank you.
Yeah, of course, buddy.